huge part of our student body is athletes. A lot of students who learn differently tend to gravitate to athletics. I'm not sure why exactly that is. I haven't been able to nail down any research on it specifically yet, but there's definitely a correlation. My instinct says that perhaps the brains of my students are just better suited to sports. Maybe they're better at the on-the-spot thinking you need in the heat of battle. Split-second decisions about whether to shoot or pass on the basketball court can sometimes be the difference between average and good. I also wonder whether my students are just drawn to athletics, or art too for that matter, because it's an area they can excel in. It's easier to work out or run or whatever than it is to sit still in a classroom. It's easy to see why it's attractive. And for ADHD students specifically, physical activity has been shown to improve focus. So I think a lot of my students have just figured out that sports helps them think. It's a win on just about every level. Personally, I'm a sports junkie. Well, I'm a terrible athlete, but I'm a rabid fan of my alma mater sports teams. So I love working with athletes. I understand the big picture, and I have some understanding of just how hard student athletes work. A lot of Launchpad alums are now playing in college, some in Division I programs, in sports like football, basketball, soccer, lacrosse, tennis, and field hockey. I've learned a lot about how to help students like you. So what are the issues specific to student athletes with learning differences? Number one is that if you are aiming for playing sports at the college level, you have to be sure your score gets you eligible. The NCAA website and your coaches can help you figure out the magic number required, taking into account your GPA. Your college coach may also ask you to hit a certain number for admissions reasons. Know that number, then plan accordingly. If you're far from it, start preparing early. And by early, I mean early. That might mean freshman year. If you're intending to commit to a certain school, you may need to have the right score in hand well before the rest of your classmates are worrying about testing. Next, be sure you apply for testing accommodations early, assuming you're eligible. Ask for help from your school with putting together a thorough application. But if your school hasn't been helpful or is inexperienced with putting in applications, or if you need to appeal, contact us here at Launchpad for help with putting together the most convincing case possible. We can help. And when it comes to the test itself, your competitive nature can really help. You're no stranger to hard work, and you're probably better prepared than most for understanding the amount of time required to up your testing game. Games are won on the practice field, right? You may have already learned how to put your pre-game nervous energy to work for you in competition. So use those same skills to get psyched for the test and not fall into all-out test anxiety. I've also found that athletes frequently do best when they get themselves up for the test by doing some physical activity. Doing a few jumping jacks, running up and down the stairs, or stretching it out with some yoga the morning of the test is likely to help you focus and stay alert when you're actually taking the test. Really, it's a good habit to be in for regular school days too. So if you're not already doing a morning practice session, add a mini workout to your daily routine. I want to help you take your game to the next level. Contact us when you're ready to go there too. Good luck.